This is in continuation with the last video where we talk about being the witness of all our experiences instead of abiding in the experience of I am this, I am that, abiding in I am. If you haven't watched this video, I will link it in the description and also maybe here or here, I never know where this is, you will see it. The point that I wanted to make was very clear, and it's as important as the first point. When you begin to get used to being the witness, identifying more with the witness than the content of your experience, what will happen is that all your dreams and goals and relationships and whatnot that you already had in your life, they will begin to feel, not necessarily but most probably, they will begin to feel hollow and empty. And you will see that all your goals and dreams, they were coming from the place of ego. There was so much this person within who had the desires. The person wanted to travel, the person wanted to do this. And now you don't see reality that way. Now you only see awareness. So you wouldn't know what to do in life. There will be a phase, it will have its own kind of anxiety, its own existential crisis, spiritual anguish, and don't stop there. That's not something going wrong in your life. That's the cleansing process that is happening. And you must continue witnessing even that. Because, I'm going to keep this video very short. Because what happens from there is that as you begin to notice the disappearance of the illusion of the person, you begin to lose all the personal desires and ambitions. And you have a phase, I can't tell you how long it will be, but on the other side of this phase, naturally within you develops a love, a compassion, a seeing and sharing and caring for all life. You can take examples of all the wise sages of our century and before and much before, all the Buddhas and Jesus and Shankaracharyas, Ramana Maharshi, take any names, you will see that there is a natural tendency in that container of the body-mind to serve now, a natural feeling to want to help. It is not me helping you, but it is only a dance of existence happening. And in a way you can say that this is the only thing that makes sense to do, is to alleviate some pain, some suffering, because people are not really horrible or stupid or wrong. People are simply stuck in the ego game. They are unaware of how they are living, and many of them want to get out of it. And there is this natural tendency in you that you want to share, you want to help, you want to take them out of that. And many of the wise sages who comes in my mind is Rabindranath Tagore and J. Krishnamurti. They created their own schools, their own foundations, because you begin to see that rawness and hope in children. When you are tired of dealing with adults and you see that you cannot change them much, you want to naturally. It's another intellectual argument that in a long span of time nothing makes sense, and how much ever good you do might end up doing some bad. But this action is not coming from good and bad and good and evil. It is coming because it is the only action that comes. Sharing, preaching, teaching, giving, supporting, encouraging, loving, being kind. So that will be your case as well when your you dies before you die. So hold on, have patience, have resilience, go through this lower identity of the small letter I that I mentioned in the last video, and come to the big letter I. And watch that phase when you don't know what to do in life. You have no idea where life is going. You don't want to be a lawyer anymore. You don't want to have mansions and cars anymore, but you also don't know what you want. Be aware of that. Don't be afraid of anything. Be strong, be courageous. That's the sign of a spiritual person. Be that. Be in the Sangha, be in the community, stay connected. Keep on holding such people around you who are in your similar journey. Derive insights, experiences, knowledge from them, and see the beauty of life unfolding afterwards. Life will test you, and you must be ready for it. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for listening. See you very soon.